am hitting record.
Dope.
And it is official.
It's official?
This is the beginning
of the end.
No, I hope not.
Oh. Okay.
But it is. We made it, Mugs. Episode 100.
Is this real life?
100.
Is this real life?
Did you think we would make 100 episodes?
Not one bit.
I didn't even think we'll get to 69, honestly.
We had to get to 69, but 100, that's just ridiculous.
But it's kind of like sad too, because 69 you have something to look forward to, right? Like you're like, ha, 69. And then 100 you have something to look forward to. You're like, all right, it's episode 100. And now what do we have to look forward to? Should we stop numbering them and then just be like, hey, it's another episode? Because like now there's no other like milestone. What, 500? Is it?
Yeah,
is that
500.
Is that a milestone? Like, ooh, it's like the Indy 500, but the janky 500?
Dude, that's a lot. That's a long time from now.
Well, I mean, look, it took us like 2 years to get to 100. So,
did it?
Yeah, I mean, we started in 2020, dude.
Holy shit!
We started like in October of 2020.
I don't remember, but yeah, it seems. I didn't think it took that long. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it took like a year and a half, I guess. So, let's see.
So does that mean we're having fun?
Yeah, we must be. I'm having fun. I don't know. I can't speak for you, but or the Jankstas, but we're having fun. Let's see. Carry the 1. You take the 2. 500. 1 year and a half. But that means what to do consistently for like weeks. But we took a couple weeks off to get to that 100. So about what are your years? So in the year 2024, we should be at Janky 500. Nope, that's 2 years. The year mid 2025, yeah.
Wow,
that is a long time away.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
All right, but on the Janky 500, dude, that episode is gonna be sick. We're gonna be broadcasting live from
the Indianapolis 500.
No, we're going to be broadcasting live from the Palace. And
the Palace? Like in Detroit?
No, like in Hollywood. That's still around, isn't it? I haven't been to clubs in a while.
It's the Avalon.
No, it's still the Palace, right? Like
it's called the Avalon now, Dave.
All right, we're going to go to Joseph's in Hollywood and broadcast.
I don't know what Joseph's is.
I'm trying to think of old clubs that are closed now.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
But Muggs, I had this whole intro thing planned. I thought it was going to be really good, but instead...
I had a lot of things to do today, but you know what I did instead? I took a nap. It was a very good nap. That email, I took a nap. Zoom call, I took a nap. What about your lunch plan? I took a nap. House chores, I took a nap. Home workout, I took a nap. Bath time, I took a nap. What about the eggies? I made time for that. The end of this chorus, I took a nap. I woke up from the nap to get things done, but you know what I did instead? I took another nap. It was a very good nap. That email, I took a nap. Zoom call, I took a nap. What about your lunch plan? I took a nap. House chores, I took a nap. Home workout, I took a nap. Bath time, I took a nap. What about your TikTok? I made time for that. The end of this song, I took a nap.
Well, that's like the story of my life.
How do we find a song that perfectly encapsulates us?
Encapsulates?
Is that the word? Encapsulates?
Encapsulate.
Encapsulates.
I knew what you meant.
Encapsulates.
Shit. Yeah. That's perfect.
I'm trying to use big words, buddy. I opened a thesaurus the other day.
Yeah. I capulated yesterday, actually.
But that is Gonna Roll. Yeah.
Gonna Roll.
Nice.
Yeah,
dude. It's funny. I found him on... it's Gunnarolla. Sorry. Gunnarolla. I was looking for a song on Instagram for an Instagram story I was doing with the lazy dog, and I came across it and I was like, yo, this song's fucking dope, dude. And
pretty
it's
good.
the whole thing, and it's really good. Gunnarolla, he's funny.
Gunnarolla or Gunna Roll?
Gunnarolla.
Gunnarolla.
Yeah, I think he's Canadian. He's like a comedy dude, like a YouTuber. So
Dope.
I thought it was a good song to start episode 100.
It does capulate us for sure.
Muggs, how was your week, dude?
It was good. I took Evie to Universal Studios on Thursday.
Ooh.
We have the California Neighbor Pass.
Nice.
But, riding Minions 4 times in the day, that could get a little tedious. Because, well, Evie, she doesn't like to go on the other rides so much. Like, try to get her out on the Harry Potter roller coaster, which is like a 45-second ride.
It really is, yeah.
And it really is. And it's like a family-friendly coaster. She wants nothing to do with it. She doesn't want to do the whatever the one in the castle is. Have you been on that one?
Oh, hell yeah.
What's that one? Because I've never been in the castle. I've been outside it plenty of
Muggs,
times.
If she doesn't like the roller coaster, this one's not for her. They literally
really?
strap you in and you start flying. It's like Harry Potter's Forbidden Adventure or something like that.
I gotta do that.
Dude, and it's like, it used to be 3D, but too many people were getting sick.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be 3D, and it's fucking dope, dude. It swings you around. You're on these big, like, robot arms, and there's 4 seats, and they strap you in, and you start, like, flying through, because you're on a broom, and you're flying through Hogwarts, and it's dope. And you pass the Whomping Willows, you deal with the giant spiders. It's a really fun ride. I think you should just be like, Evie, I'll be right back, and then just get on the line.
Yeah.
Or they have what do they have? They have Universal has the switching stations.
Uh-huh.
So you could like leave your kid there with your other significant other and stuff like that. And I know you guys go alone, so I say you just leave her in there with say like, hey, can you take care of my kid real quick? I'm gonna get on the ride, and then come back and be like, I'll take care of your kids, and then you just bounce. That's what you should do.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna leave my kid there. But
You don't get it, man.
I didn't think of it.
But how is Universal now? Like I think the last time you went, I asked you and you didn't have an answer. But was there any inclination of Super Mario World opening up soon?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they've been working on it for like 2 years. They say it's supposed to open at the end of the year. I'm thinking.
And where is it located at?
It's on the lower lot, kind of right by where like the back lot is. I apparently they built it where like they got rid of a studio. They got a stage rather.
Oh yeah,
They took over a stage.
Yeah, if you go by Barham, because every time I go to Kuko's, I drive by Barham, and they literally they used to have the Superstore there for that show.
Yeah.
And they knocked it down, flattened it, and put like a bunch of new studios.
Yes,
and
they put a bunch of new studios. And
sound stages, right?
Yeah, stages, and then I think they took over one to make the Super Mario ride.
Oh, it's just one soundstage? I thought it was a whole land.
No, I think it's just one stage.
Boo.
Because it's just a ride. Dude, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of space there. I mean, that's why at Universal, it's pretty much all like motion rides because they can't really. It's not like Magic Mountain where they're like just building out coasters on a huge piece of land.
And this is why Universal's number 4 in the local
on your list,
maybe even 5.
Really?
Because it's like you said, it's all motion rides and there's no like magic to it. Like even if it's a movie studio, like shouldn't it have that studio vibe? And it doesn't. It doesn't. It just buildings, and you're like, okay. Then you get a Harry Potter land. That's pretty cool. And then you're like, and then it's like the Simpsons part, you're like, oh, okay. Then you go to the back lot, the downstairs back lot, and you're like, all right, just a couple of buildings, and it's not really fun. Jurassic Park's cool. I haven't been on Jurassic World. Did you get on that?
Yeah, but Evie doesn't want to go on that either. But I was on that. I was on that without her. Like one time I visited when they opened it. Yeah, they still have the Mummy, Transformers.
Yeah. Something new that they have at Universal Studios was the Nope.
On the back lot.
Jupiter's Claim, yeah.
Jupiter's Claim, yeah.
How I guess that's the real set that they used.
I think it was part of the set, I believe, and they just drive you through it at the end, like right before you do
Fast
and the Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you drive through and like all the wacky inflatable arm guys are going, and then you hear like the big like vibration of like, oh, here it goes, and then all the wacky arm inflatable guys just like go limp.
Oh, really?
It's good. It's pretty cool, but it's just like it's just like it's just a set. It's just like driving through the War of the Worlds set, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. What? It's cool because I mean, have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
I thought it was a weird fucking movie, and it's totally Jordan Peele, and I did enjoy it.
Yeah,
Muggs,
it was good.
Did you know what NOPE stands for?
No. Nope, I don't.
So I saw this video, and Jordan Peele explained it because Keke Palmer threw it out there, and he was like kind of bummed. He's like, people were supposed to figure it out, but I guess you ruined it. Nope. He goes, well, it's what black people would say if there were aliens. Nope. Not doing it.
Nope.
He's like, nope. And in the movie, Daniel Kaluuya does say that. He goes, nope. And it made everyone laugh. I think that was so funny. But it stands for not of planet Earth.
Oh.
So that kind of was like, a tease. And I don't think they mentioned that in the movie, but that's why it's titled Nope.
Interesting.
Fun fact, huh?
Very interesting. That is a fun fact. Great. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah. But other than that, Universal fun.
It's good. Yeah. I spent, like 40, 80, 60 million dollars on food. That was good.
Yeah. They're all like the season pass is $89, but every time you go to food, it's $10,000.
Yeah. $30 for parking.
$30?
Yeah. If you get the gold or platinum season pass, I mean, parking's free, and then you get like discounts on food. But I got the California Neighbor Pass with blackout dates. So what I'm gonna have to do is like just a week that I have available, which is like every week. I'll just go on a day and just roll in by myself real quick and ride the rides that Evie doesn't want to.
Yeah, I used to have the gold pass where before all these new passes, where I had a pass where I would get 3 people in plus myself. And it had free parking and everything. Pretty cool. It was amazing.
That's cool.
And I used to play basketball in Burbank, and I would go to Universal Studios, sit down, watch Waterworld, because Waterworld's the best thing about Universal Studios. Well,
do you know what show that used to be, Dave?
Waterworld?
Yeah, before it was Waterworld. In the 80s and 90s.
Hold on. No, hold on. Let me guess.
Don't Google it.
I'm not gonna Google it. Waterworld. What show was Fantasy Island?
Close.
Ooh.
Miami Vice.
No way, really?
Yeah. Yep. We had Crockett in tubs. It was cool. And then they changed it to Waterworld.
Yeah, it's a really good show. And those people, those
stunt guys,
stunt people are insane.
Yeah, they're
cool. I don't know how like day after day they could just fall like from the top of the gate just into the water and then like hang. I don't know, how many stunt people do you think there are in the show?
I'm sure they like rotate, but it's cool. Have you ever seen that area, that whole like pool when it's drained?
No.
So like there's parts of like the bottom where it's deeper, so like they know where to fall. Like when the guy's like falling from the top, like the highest part, like it's probably about like 30 feet deep.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's like little. It's cool. I did like a little YouTube video on like when they drained it. It's pretty cool. I like that stuff. Pulling the curtain back.
Yeah, when I used to work at K-Rock in Burbank, our office, the morning show office, would look at Universal Studios.
Oh yeah.
So like every hour you would hear pop, 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 and just see fireworks. Perfect. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I would give that show up instantly. If they knock that down, I would give up City Walk. If they would build, what's the other part of Harry Potter Land? Because the Harry Potter Land in California sucks compared to the one in Florida.
Yeah, because they only have a limited amount of real estate. I mean,
yeah, I know. So that way, if they got rid of Waterworld and the back half of City Walk, which no one goes to. Like, who cares about the bowling alley and the parking structure over there? Like, just knock that down and build Hogsmeade so we could have Gringotts and all the roller coasters and all that. Make it bigger, and then maybe Universal would be a destination.
I think a lot of people still go there, though, Dave.
You think so?
Yeah,
I go to the movies there from time to time, and
Fancy.
because that's a true IMAX, and it's a good IMAX, right? And I go, and there's nothing going on, dude. They have that like pop culture store that used to be a comic book store. I don't even know what they're building at the old Hard Rock. It's like some chocolate factory. They have Voodoo Donuts there, which they could easily move down into the closer to the park.
Yeah.
And then what else do they have there? The bowling alley, no one goes to it. The Raider store, no one cares.
The Dodger store.
The Dodger store, that's further from. That's down in the middle of City Walks.
That's
so
closer to the
it's safe.
entrance.
Yeah, so that's safe. What's the Raider store? No one cares. Buca de Beppo, you could move that anywhere. And then the Brazilian place, which is I'm sure not that great. So I mean, there's like that's real estate, and the air flying spot, right, where you could like skydive.
The indoor skydive.
Yeah, which I don't even know if I would do that, but
they're remodeling there's like a food court area, I guess, that had like there was like a Taco Bell and there was a
Panda Express, Pink's,
Tommy's.
Dodger Dogs.
Yeah.
It's a cool food court. I guess it has like a little taste of LA.
Yeah, they're remodeling that.
Is there an In-N-Out there? There isn't, right?
No.
Yeah,
There's
that's sushi.
In-N-Out.
Yeah, there's a Bubba Gump's down the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, City Walk ain't all that. City Walk's not that cool. They used to have a cool Hot Topic, and then not even that's cool anymore.
They did?
Yeah, the Hot Topic was huge.
Oh.
And it had all the cool shit. And now it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just old now, but like it's not as cool before. They have like dope stuff. All they have is Funkos now and the Hot Topic and like black shit and all the metal bands and shirts that you see sold at Hot Topic.
But in to the thing you said earlier that it's not a destination, we got there at like 1:00 and it was not really there's not a lot of people, but like by like 3:00, the park was packed. It was
I mean,
it was wall to wall.
It's still a theme park, and I think a lot of Universal, the attendance is tourism.
Yeah,
right. Like it's
out of towners.
Yeah. It's not like a Disneyland or a Magic World or Knott's where it's locals. You know, it's all because they want to see the movie stuff. Mm-hmm. Which they don't know that just down the block you could go to the Warner Brothers lot and see actual real movie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, but so how was the tram? The tram ride's cool. No celebrities or anything.
Dude,
what?
So did you know that on the tram ride, Dave, you can like drink and eat on it now?
You couldn't before?
I don't think you could before, but like they encourage it now. Like,
they encourage it. Like they're upselling you now.
Yeah, like so you go down to like the bottom part where you load, and they have like a concession.
You drop a load.
No, you don't do that there. Do that in the bathroom. They have like a concession stand, and there's a guy on the microphone. He's like, "Welcome down to the backlot tour. If you guys want to get a refreshment, feel free. We have concessions right here. Bring it on with you. Enjoy." I was drinking a beer on the tram. It was great.
Yeah, we used to do that, like, because they had one right down by the escalators. They had like a little beer station.
Yeah,
and you just grab some beers, and then usually it's for the line, and you're done with it because the lines are so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's dope.
Yeah, I went on it. Was drinking on it. Had a churro. Used the restroom because the tram ride's an hour long.
Yeah, it's a long. I fell asleep once on the tram ride.
Some guy in front of me.
Shocker, right?
Shocking, yeah.
Yeah, shocking that I did that. Yeah.
Some guy in front of me, like directly in front of me, passed out, and his head was like hanging over into my lap. I'm like, "Yo, dude, come on, let's go."
You're like, bro.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shark.
Oh, dude, this guy was like passed out in the King Kong part, dude. He was just like, his head was like bouncing around, and I was like, "Whoa."
Was he tired or drunk, dude?
Drunk for sure, because he hopped on board with like a tall can, and he said he like downed it. I was like, he downed it in like 2 minutes. So he was probably on other things too. But yeah, he was passed out. They were filming a movie on the back lot. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I just want to go back to do the stuff that I haven't done. You know, like the Harry Potter stuff. Like
Yeah.
But,
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it.
yes, sir. You don't. Clearly,
It's okay. It's like the Horror Nights is the best thing about Universal. I hate horror stuff, and I love their Horror Nights. They do a really good job.
The best. Yeah.
Yeah. And they announced their mazes, and it's the weekend. The weekend.
The Weeknd's gonna be performing?
No, he's gonna have a maze.
Really?
Yeah, Jabberwockies. Like this is all the typical horror stuff, you know.
Celine Dion gonna be there too?
Yeah, that's scary. Rebecca Black's gonna be singing live.
Wow.
No, but for real, the Jabberwockies have a maze. The Weeknd's gonna have a maze. Jordan Peele's Nope. They're gonna do something cool at the bottom, and then Us is gonna be back. That maze was freaking scary. I went on that a couple years ago when it first opened. They're doing the clowns again. The clowns from outer space. La Llorona.
La
Llorona. That's
Llorona.
Back. Rona, what is it? Sana, colita de Rona? No.
Llorona.
Yeah. Hey, La Llorona. Hi. Yeah, that's gonna be back. So there's a lot going on at the Universal, and man, if you go to the Horror Nights, it's expensive because
How much is it?
Not only is the ticket expensive, like the ticket's like $80-$90, right? Which is okay. It's a theme park. It's at a special event. Great. But if you don't buy the VIP front of line thing,
oh, dude, it's a waste.
Then you're literally going for like 2 rides,
maybe
two mazes.
Yeah,
because it is so crowded, and even with the VIP front of pass line, you get a lot of mazes in, but it's worth it. Like you should know if you're gonna go, just spend the $300 or whatever on the.
Is it $300 for the VIP?
A total, like, because I think it's another 100 on top of that, or 150 or something like that on top of the ticket.
Holy!
So but dude, it's worth it if you want to get on the mazes, and you don't have to worry about like waiting in the line, because one line could take like 2 hours.
Wow!
And it's only open for like 5 hours, and you're like, oh, okay.
Something else interesting I found out was, the tram drivers.
Yeah.
They have like the utmost respect on like the whole entire lot. If they're driving around, when they're driving around in the back lot,
yeah,
it doesn't matter what vehicle you are. Any other vehicle has to yield for the tram. And if you don't, that tram driver will radio in to like tram headquarters, and you will be thrown off the lot.
No way.
Yeah, it's that serious.
So you're saying if Steven Spielberg's like, fuck you, tram, I need to go there. I need to go to a set. And the tram's like...
And he cuts in front of the tram. Done. Out. Off.
They're going to kick out... Oh, lies.
Okay, maybe not Steven Spielberg, but anybody else. And those guys are $3.99 union drivers, too. So like that's like the job to have. Yeah.
Didn't our pal Adam Ray do that? Oh, he wasn't a driver.
He was the guide.
He was the guide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was the guide.
So the guides are not as respected as the drivers?
No.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to, let's say, like, okay, you're starting off to get your hours into the union, or you're already in, you have to drop everything you're doing. If they call you to drive the tram, you have to not accept anything else. You have to go drive the tram. Like, you can't accept outside or like a driver for like a movie or film. I mean, a film or a show. You have to go drive the tram for Universal.
All right. Well, sorry. That's great.
Or don't cut off a tram driver on the back lot.
Give
them the right of way, always.
Another fun fact about Universal Studios, which I don't know how this became a Universal Studios podcast.
Yeah.
This episode especially, but they have their own fire station.
Yep, they have their own fire station, which, by the way, so chill, right? I mean, besides the huge fire that they had there like years ago.
Just the one, and by the way, the firefighters lost. They lost everything.
Yeah. King Kong burned down. Half of the clock tower in Back to the Future Square burnt, other like film vault burnt.
Yeah, a lot of movies that were like the original film are just gone. Like, yeah, but you're right. A chill job, and that's how do you get that job? Like, I'd be a firefighter, do that. Like, all right, if I'm ready for that one fire that happens on the lot, like I'm ready for it.
Once every 10 years. It's seniority for sure. Those are guys that like have been in other departments or they've worked their way up for sure. You just can't like become a firefighter. You're working Universal. But like you're literally mostly going to work and just chilling and getting paid. That's cool. Yeah. Dave loves that.
I do love that. I do love a job where you can just sit back all day and chill and be ready for that one time. That one time where you need to do your job, and then I'll be ready and I'll do the job well, but the rest of the time I just want to chill.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Let's all go work at Universal Studios Fire.
Let's do it.
Janky Town, hit the ground. We can get the janky poppin', that's a sound. We make your frown, go upside down. It's getting janky, we the greatest pound for pound. What up, Muggs? What up, Dave? What up, Bro? What up, Jankstas? What up, Muggs? What up, Dave? What up, Bro? What up, Jankstas? It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. Janky Town.
Do the firefighters have to yield to the tram drivers?
That's a good question. I don't know. Because they ain't getting kicked off the lot.
No. That's probably, if there's a fire going on, I'm sure the firefighters have. Like
what if the tram's on fire?
Yeah, there you go. The firefighters roll up. No, go ahead. We are at 100. What's playing? Is that Harry Potter?
No, it's my Ice Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man.
Yeah,
ooh, what song does he play?
The ice cream song. Ooh, it's a new one.
What is it?
They're gonna fight.
Can we hear it? Can you hear it?
Shh.
Can't hear it. This is good radio.
We're not on radio, so that's cool.
Oh,
yeah, but
cool.
but did you know that the Ice Cream Man song is like a racist song?
Which one is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
Yeah, and then who made a new ice cream song? Ice Cream Man was the Black Eyed Peas?
I don't know.
Yeah, look it up. There's someone made a new Ice Cream Man song because the old one's racist. But I mean, look, no one knows what the actual racist part of it. So
my Ice Cream Man used to play the Entertainer.
What's the Entertainer?
Yeah, that was good.
All right. How did you know that's called the Entertainer?
Yeah, from what's that movie? The Sting, with Robert Redford and Paul Newman.
Never saw it.
What?
Saw it. Yeah,
come on.
It's an old movie, dude. I'm not gonna watch it.
Okay, you don't watch any old movies. Interesting.
I don't know.
Well, it's episode 100. Dave doesn't watch old movies, and his Ice Cream Man is racist. Many ways to get a hold of us. jankytown69@gmail.com. We are on Twitter, Instagram, @jankytown69, and the Jank Line, 855-JANKY69.
Yeah, and we'll get to those calls later. We have a couple of them that are great. But can I play one Jank Line call? And it's from Janksta Kelly.
Please.
Who is possibly our favorite Janksta, right?
Kelly Gleason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like sorry everyone else, but she's number one right now. She's the coolest. But she left us this message.
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly, your number one favorite Janksta of all time and biggest supporter. In honor of your 100th episode, I wanted to let you know how much I truly love and appreciate you with this remix of a recent original by our own beer mug that you might be a little familiar with. All right, hit it, Steve. Spider with a lighter. Skirt, beer mug, he's on fire. Woo, spider with a lighter. Brr. Dave lights a campfire. Damn, spider with a lighter. Jenkintown, let's get higher. Yeet, spider with a lighter. Sheesh, we about to hit 100. Oh, word, spider with a lighter. Hey, this pod sets my ears on fire. It's hot, spider with a lighter. Squish, Jenkintown keeps getting flyer. Hey, you got a fly on your head. Brrr. Whew. That really took it out of me. That's what she said. But thanks again for everything. You guys have played a big role in my life. And never forget, you know how we get. Can't get enough of this janky shit.
Standing O.
Wow, Kelly, coming with the fire. That is awesome. That is great. That was on what episode was I doing?
98. 98. Spider with the lighter. Yeah, that was the title of the episode too. Spider with the lighter.
Nice.
Yeah. Muggs, you have to put some music to that.
You might have to.
It's such a good song.
Have to find a nice trap beat. Throw that on.
Yeah, just get a Migos song.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you, Kelly.
But like she said, Muggs, it is episode 100, and man, it's been quite a ride.
Woo!
How do you feel, man? I'm doing 100 of these episodes.
Terrible.
Why?
No, it's fun. It's fun. I think we need to incorporate more sound drops, like more live sound drops, and more production. I think is needed. That's something that I think you can agree on, right, Dave?
Yeah, of course. But we can only do what we have access to. You know,
That's true.
It's I have little things that I put in afterwards. It's a lot of work, but it's fine. I do the best we can when it comes to sound bites and stuff like that. Like at least to play audio that moves the podcast along. I hope. It's as far as like sound drops and stuff like that. I don't know if that's us. If that's what we could do. Like you're talking about like what Bean does, right? Like in his podcast. Yeah, that's correct. That's a whole nother level of skill that I don't think I have. You're more than welcome to try and figure something out on how to do that, because it's just I don't have the equipment for that. So maybe you do. That would be fun.
Try it out.
Yeah. But Muggs, what were some of the highlights for you in this past? Like, give me your top 3 highlights, things that we've done in this past 100 episodes.
Dr. Gill was amazing.
Had fun with Dr. Gill. Yeah, that was just the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved when we did our little live Zoom call where I snorted Tabasco. That was good. That almost over a year ago.
Yeah, in the height of the pandemic, and you're at a bar. That was good.
Right.
Snorting Tabasco and losing your wallet.
Yeah, losing my wallet. And then our little B-Dubs hangout with all our Fly in Your Head members. That was fun, too.
That was fun, yeah. Those are all things that happened probably off the podcast, but yeah, those were fun Janksta moments. So some of my top 3s I think is your O.J. Simpson story. That was amazing, and that was episode 4, right, or something like that. Was right off the bat.
One of the early ones, yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't heard that, Beer Mugs plays golf with O.J. Simpson.
Didn't play golf with him, but
same thing. You were at the 19th hole with him, so
yes,
your friend was getting all brave and stuff. So that was that was funny in Las Vegas. Yeah. The dick pic conversation that we had, where Dr. Rachel talked to us about getting dick pics from guys, and then we talked to my buddy Clark, who was sending dick pics.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too, and then he sent Omar the dick pic, and Omar was like, "Yeah, it is nice." And I told Omar, "Did you delete the photo?" Because he was like, "I had to." He can't have a picture of a dick on his phone.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want it because he might get temptation. You know, like just keep looking at it. But of course, the number one thing that I think every Janksta will remember is this.
Janky Town? What the hell is that, man? I don't have no time for no Janky Town.
Yes.
Quincy Jones, everybody.
Yep. There you go.
That is really the legend.
It's the hard-hitting interview right there.
Yes, our hard-hitting interview with Quincy Jones. Here,
Amazing.
let's hear it again.
Janky Town? What the hell is that, man? I don't have no time for no Janky Town.
So great. So great.
That was fun. But Muggs, do we know our Jankstas? Like, do we know where they come from, where they're listening from?
I think a few of them we do.
Yeah, like a lot of them, of course, are in the United States, right? But did you know that we have Jankstas all across the world?
Really? Our international Jankstas?
We have, and when I say international Jankstas, I'm talking about a lot of them. It's not like, oh, hey, there's one download in, Uzbekistan or Kakistan, right? These are hundreds of downloads across the world, and it's insane. And Muggs, I want you to guess. Let's see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I pulled the top 10 countries where we have Jankstas across the world.
Wow.
And I want you to guess where the Jankstas are at. Now, obviously, United States is number 1.
Uh-huh.
Muggs, can you figure out at least 5 out of 10?
All
I'll give you 5 chances before I go down because I don't want to. We'll be here forever.
Okay.
Trying to figure it out.
I'm going to say Germany.
Germany, number 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about Australia?
Number 7. Damn it,
Nice.
Australia. I thought you would be way higher because based on I remember looking back in the K-Rock analytics from the Kevin and Bean podcast of where the people would download it. The Australians loved Kevin and Bean. So I'm very disappointed that Australia is number 7th in Jankytown. I thought you would be the top 5 for sure. But good job, Muggs. So far you got number 10 and number 7.
Let's go. England.
The United Kingdom is 1, 2, 3, number 4.
Wow. So okay. All right. I'm guessing them here.
So these are the basics. Look at that. Australia 7, United Kingdom 4, United States 1. Who else?
Ireland.
Ireland, not on the top 10. We don't have any. Where are Irish people at? Or is that part of the United Kingdom?
I think that would be part of the UK.
Okay, yeah. So they're in the top. They're right there in top 4.
All right. Okay. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Canada.
Blame Canada for being number 3.
Nice.
Number 3, Canada.
Wow.
What's up, Canadians? I love your Tim
amazing.
Hortons. Yeah, Vancouver's cool. It's the only spot in Canada I've ever been to.
Wow.
Do you know about the no in the 6 Mugs in Toronto?
No.
Where they don't pronounce the T in Toronto?
How do they say it?
Toronto.
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 Yeah.
Toronto. Oh. Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where
Toronto.
Drake's from, where Degrassi, Toronto.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
All right. Number 3, Canada.
Very cool. So I
And
guess
I don't think-
5.
Yeah, well, the Irish doesn't count because it's
Okay.
part of the United Kingdom. So I'll give you one more. You'll never guess who number 2 is, and it blew my mind.
China.
Jankytown is not in China at all. At all. So one more guess.
Thailand.
Nope. No one's getting massages while listening to Jankytown.
Damn it.
All right. So here are the top 10 countries where we have Jankstas in. Number 10, Germany. You got that right.
Yep.
Home of the Haribo. Come on, Haribo. Send us shit. I love you, Haribo. You know I fight for you. Sponsor us. Number 9, Tanzania.
What?
Tanzania. Number 9, above Germany. Mug, can you tell me what continent Tanzania is?
The African continent?
I hope so. I'm asking you, so I honestly don't know.
I think it is.
Okay. Number 8, Japan.
Oh, I was going to guess that.
Yeah, Japan. Yeah, so everyone's on the bullet train listening to Janky Town. Yes, thank you, Japan. Number 7 was Australia. Thanks, mates. Number 6, Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Yeah, Tunisia, you're the country I never knew that would listen to Janky Town.
Wow. Amazing.
Extra credit if you could tell me where Tunisia is.
Well, I was right about Tanzania. It's on the African continent. Tunisia is in North Africa, Dave.
Okay, so dude, we're in Africa, bro. This is so
it.
cool. Number 5, Mexico. How did you not guess
Nice.
Mexico?
How did I not guess our lovely neighbor to the south?
And it makes me sad that Mexico is so low, like 5, right? Like we have more listeners in the UK and in Canada, which UK was number 4, as you got right. Canada was number 3. Now, number 2, Mugs, because obviously the United States is number 1. Iceland.
What? Wow.
Iceland.
I feel very cultured.
Yes. Our second most downloaded place where people are listening to Janky Town is Iceland. What's up, Icelanders?
Isn't like Iceland like very green and then like Greenland is very icy?
Yes, something like that. Iceland, we're the home of Bjork.
Oh.
And the home of that's where the movie Eurovision takes place.
Wow.
Iceland, Mugs.
I love it.
That's so the top 10 countries where Jankstas listen or are listening to Janky Town. Once again, United States number 1. Thank you, everyone. Iceland number 2. Canada number 3. The United Kingdom number 4. Mexico number 5. Tunisia number 6. Australia number 7. Japan number 8. Tanzania number 9. And Germany number 10.
I feel
Thank
very
you.
honored. I
Yeah,
feel very honored.
thank you to everyone. And I'm guessing that they're not locals. I'm guessing they're servicemen and women in the U.S. Armed Forces.
That's awesome.
So thank you to everyone who listens to us and our stupid little podcast that we call Janky Town.
That is great. We are a cultured podcast, Dave.
We are cultured, and if I ever go to one of those countries, I'm gonna see. I will meet up with any Janksta that's in those countries.
Yeah.
I will make it a point to go there and be like, "Hey, you're a Janksta, high five," and then I'll leave them alone. That's
That is
it.
awesome.
Yeah. All right, Mugs.
And now Janky Town finds out what's in the news.
Love that.
What's happening in the news, Mugs?
Well, Dave, you sent me this article. Probably thought I'd be upset by it, but I really, it's interesting news considering I used to have 3 of these cars. But all you muscle car enthusiasts are going to be saddened to find out that Dodge is discontinuing the Challenger and the Charger next year, Dave. They're not getting rid of it, however. They are making room for a new electric muscle car. That is right. Yes, that is right.
So, are they making these ones electric, or are they gonna come up with a whole new electric car?
I think they're going to make these cars electric, or they're going to have like a muscle car, and it's going to be all electric.
Yeah, because I think I don't know if it's in a lot of parts of the world, and I know in Europe, and I think in California by 2025 they can only produce electric cars. So I wonder if
Is that what's going to happen?
That's if this is like the beginning of the end of gas cars. So or maybe it had something to do with the video, and I don't know if you saw the video, Mugs, of a Tesla smoking a Challenger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because the fastest Tesla goes like 0 to 60 in like 2.9 or something.
Yeah, the guy in the video, the guy's like, the ears know that I have ludicrous mode, and then he kicks into ludicrous mode and he just bolts and just takes off. But it was a good race, and the Tesla won. So yeah, I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Probably not, but that was just.
I saw a video of, I think it was a concept that Dodge made. It kind of looks like the Charger and the Challenger put together, an electric one, and they had sound effects for an engine. So like, it's just a sound like, you know, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, because they don't have there's no engine, right?
Right, it's all electric.
Can I tell you, Muggs, that speaking of Teslas, Krista got a Tesla.
Wow, baller.
Yeah, it is the weirdest car I've ever been. I know a couple of our Jankstas have one. Dr. Gill has one. Janksta Cat. Remember Janksta Cat has one because she sent us a video of her doing the farts.
For the horn.
My God, the farts are so funny. They're still funny. Of course, that's the first thing I did. I was like, where's the farts? And Krista showed me the farts, and it was very funny. Hilarious. I love the farts, but it's a lot of people don't find that as funny as I do. But
I love it.
Yeah, all right, so no more Challenger and Chargers. Good, get those freaking boats off the road. Right, Muggs? Right?
Wrong.
Ugh. What else is happening?
Dave, are you familiar with vabbing?
Is that what you do with that little pen thingy?
That's vaping.
Oh. Yeah. No. What is it, like dabbing? Is it like where you take a
No,
little bit of
that's no, it's not dabbing either.
Oh.
What it is, we'll get to, but doctors are not recommending it to attract men. So Dave, do not do this to attract men, okay?
Okay. So what is vabbing?
Well, vabbing comes from a TikTok trend.
Of course. Yeah.
And it might not be good for the downstairs area. The trend of vabbing involves using vaginal discharge as perfume and dabbing the fluids behind the ears or the neck to attract men.
What?
Yeah. Doctors say there's little evidence to support this, and constantly using unclean fingers to obtain the fluids could have detrimental effects. Those side effects may include pelvic inflammatory disease and bacterial vaginosis.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So this vabbing, and sorry if this gets a little graphic, women are supposed to put their fingers in their hoo-ha and then make a little juice and then put it in their behind their ear like perfume or cologne, correct. And that's supposed to attract men?
Yeah, believe it or not.
This is something that no one has ever done, and people were joking about it, and then the news went with it, right?
Of
it
course.
has to be. It has to be. No one's doing this.
Yeah. So apparently TikTok is. Of course.
Goddamn TikTok.
Yeah. So right. There you go. Don't vab, Dave. Do not do it.
I mean, unless we're completely wrong. And ladies, has anyone ever vabbed and then caught a man with by vabbing? If you have, call the Jank Line 855-JANKY69. I gotta know.
That is crazy.
Muggs, you know something we haven't covered?
What's that?
A certain part of the country. Some call it America's penis. We call it Florida. So what the hell is going on with the Florida man? Florida man does whatever a Florida man does. Florida man. Florida man. Let's hear the tales of this Florida man. Well,
in this case, Dave.
God damn it, let me finish my intro.
Oh, I thought that was the instrumental to talk over after.
Okay, maybe. Okay, go ahead.
So, in this case, Dave, it is a Florida woman,
Woohoo!
42 years old, lit sheets on fire while her boyfriend, 24, slept.
Okay. Why? Were they having an argument?
Well, let's see. A 42-year-old marathon woman faces 2 felony charges after deputies accused her of lighting her bed sheets on fire while her 24-year-old boyfriend slept, burning his foot in the process. The victim told authorities that he and his girlfriend had an argument and went to bed. He said he awoke to find the sheets on fire, and his girlfriend calling the police.
She called the police
Yeah.
on herself or on him for burning?
No, she called the police on herself.
Okay.
The girlfriend, who deputies said appeared to be drunk, admitted to setting the sheets on fire. Her boyfriend wasn't seriously hurt, although she was taken to jail and faces felony charges of arson and battery, as well as misdemeanor arson charge.
All right, that's Florida woman. Florida woman does whatever a Florida woman does. Florida woman. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Right.
All right, let's move to a different part of Florida, Ocala. I don't know where that's at, but yeah. But Robert Hoskins was arrested last week after police were called to his home following reports that he had broken into his neighbor's home to steal clothes. Now, the deputies found the half-naked suspected burglar outside of his home last week. When confronted, he allegedly screamed, "I condemn you," at the sheriff's deputy and then threw a Bible at him, where the Bible landed squarely in the deputy's face and jaw, says the affidavit. Dude, the body cam footage was able to capture that. So there's video of this man, half-naked man, throwing a Bible, yelling, "I condemn you." Now, what happens after that? Do you think the cops were like, "Oh, that's cool, just throw a Bible at us, we'll just take you in"? No.
I think they were chill with it.
No. That's when the deputies tasered Hoskins and took him into custody. Now, that's where it ends, right? That's where the story ends?
No.
But no. When the deputies say when they tasered him, Hoskins then defecated on himself.
Nice.
And allegedly told him that God was the one who told him to break into his neighbor's home.
Yeah.
Now, Hoskins, who's married, his wife told deputies he might have a drug problem. So that's what's happening in the city of Ocala.
So he didn't shoot the sheriff, but he did throw a Bible at the deputy and then shot himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's pretty strong. Listen to this guy, though. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Headline reads, "Man with no arms stabbed stranger with his feet."
Okay. Well, he has no arms. How is he going to stab somebody?
A homeless South Florida man with no arms has been charged with stabbing a Chicago tourist. Miami Beach police say 46-year-old Jonathan Crenshaw held a pair of scissors with his feet and stabbed 22-year-old Cesar Coronado just after midnight.
Oh, man.
This past Tuesday. Boy, this guy who's 46, by the way, there's a mugshot of him. There's a mugshot of him. He looks about 76, man. Holy
he's
shit.
46?
That's what it says in the article here. I don't believe it, but it says he's 46. The Miami Herald reports that Jonathan Crenshaw is a popular fixture in the area, known for painting on canvases along a trendy spot in South Beach. So I guess he paints with his feet.
Cool.
According to their arrest report, Crenshaw says he was lying down when Coronado approached him and punched him in the head.
Oh, jeez.
Police say Crenshaw stabbed Coronado twice and fled.
And
there you go. Yeah.
Did he... Wait, was he running with scissors? I thought we're not supposed to run with scissors.
I know. It's not supposed to run with scissors. I hope he put the scissors down before he fled.
Oh my God, he did. He put them down in another person.
Yeah.
Oh man, where was that at, Muggs?
That was in Florida, South Beach.
Oh, Miami. All right.
Yeah.
Well, now let's go to Fort Lauderdale, where a customer at a restaurant has died of a bacterial infection after eating. What did he
Vabbing.
eat? No, that's oh my God.
Oh.
No, he did not eat that.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
did this man eat?
What restaurant were they at?
They doesn't say. It just says a restaurant customer in Fort Lauderdale has died of a bacterial infection after eating what in a Florida restaurant?
I'm going to go ahead and say an expired turkey burger.
No, not a turkey. I don't think turkey burger would kill you. But Muggs, he ate a raw oyster.
Ooh, okay.
That's what he ate. And it killed him. But not only that, a man in Pensacola, also in Florida, died the same way this month. And
by eating a raw oyster?
Yes. And
so there's something wrong with the oysters there.
Both cases involved oysters from Louisiana. What is Louisiana just sending some like poisonous oysters to start like depopulating the population in Florida? Yeah.
Maybe.
Here it is. It's the Rustic Inn. It's the Rustic Inn restaurant. Said that a man died there who worked there at the restaurant famous for their garlic crabs. Okay, whatever. Over the course of 60 years, we have served a couple of billion oysters, and we had never had anyone get sick like this guy did. So I guess what he got was Vibrio. Do you know that? Vibrio bacteria?
No.
You know, which it doesn't make the oysters look, smell, or taste any different.
Oh, it's invisible.
Yeah, but the Centers for the Disease Control and Prevention say that about 80,000 people get vibriosis in the United States each year, and about 100 people die from it. Whoa, wow. Dude, like, shouldn't we be wearing masks for this now, too? Forget COVID. It's all about vibriosis, killing people.
Well, don't go to the Rustic Inn if you want to come out. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, listen, they said we passed with flying colors and we were allowed to continue to sell oysters. Now,
after the guy died?
Yes. Now, the restaurant also has a sign warning patrons. About the risk of eating raw fish. Now, Muggs, we've seen this. I eat oysters. You eat oysters. We've seen these signs that say eating shellfish may cause physical harm.
Yeah.
But he also said, the manager also said, oysters are top of the mountain for dangerous foods to eat. Wow. I have eaten them my entire life and I will continue. But you are putting yourself at risk when you do it.
Interesting.
Dude, is this who knew oysters were like the blowfish? Like, remember, like that was the growing up. This like, well, if you eat the wrong piece of the blowfish, you're dead, and only like 10 people in Japan know how to cut the blowfish,
right.
Which it may be true, but it
Saw
may
it
be
in
true.
A Simpsons episode, yeah,
exactly. But oysters from Louisiana are killing people, so be careful the next time you are eating oysters. Or don't. It's a 1 in a billion risk. So, but oyster Rockefeller, just love. Do you put the Worcestershire sauce in it or any of that garlic?
I put the
crap?
cocktail sauce on it.
No, I just put lemon. Just
nice. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Just be careful, people.
Yeah. Well, that's what's happening with the Florida man. Florida man. That's what's happening with Florida man. Florida man.
Nice.
All right, Muggs. When was the last time you got high?
Literally question. 5 minutes ago when I stepped away from recording.
All right, but what if there was a different way that people are not normally getting high? What if there's a different way to get high?
I'm all for it. I always like exploring and finding new ways to get fucked up.
Awesome. Well, I think you have a story of a new way to get high.
Yeah, young people in India
are
reportedly using soaked flavored condoms to feel intoxicated.
Whoa. Soaked with what?
So here we go. Let's talk about the high first. The high can last to 10 to 12 hours, but can have adverse effects on a consumer's mental and physical health.
Oh my God.
The condom cocktail can also be addicting, a hospital employee told News 18. Flavored condoms have become a solution for youth looking to get high in West Bengal's Durgapur region. I hope I said that right.
I'm sure you did.
Quote, earlier, 3 to 4 packets of condoms were sold daily, and now packs of condoms are disappearing from the store, a shopkeeper of a medical store told the outlet. When flavored condoms are soaked in hot water, polyurethane from the condoms is released, resulting in a cocktail that can give off a high that lasts for 10 to 12 hours at a time.
Holy shit.
Yeah, polyurethane.
That's too long, though, right?
Oh, no, that's perfect. Polyurethane is a plastic substance used in everyday materials such as building insulation, car parts, and adhesive.
Huh.
Yeah. Vice noted that the condoms are typically left to soak in water for 6 to 8 hours before an individual would drink the water.
Hold on. 6 to 8 hours. Polyurethane.
Write it down.
Flavored condoms. Then you just soak the, like, you don't pour the water into a cup. You just drink from the whatever pan you're using.
I don't know. We should just try it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how come we didn't ask Dr. Gill about this?
I know we should have.
He's a doctor.
Great.
Like I get that if they use this ingredient in glue, that's bad, right?
Yeah.
And adhesive in cars and stuff. But how bad, right?
Yeah,
like I eat the McRib. I know what's inside of it. Right. How bad is it?
Do you know what's inside of the McRib?
Yeah, it's a yoga mat. Whatever. I don't care. It tastes yummy. But like, how bad is this polyurethane liquid?
I'm glad you asked, Dave, because long-term use of this can lead to mental abnormalities, including violent behavior, unconsciousness, and in certain cases, even death.
Okay, so it said extended use, right?
Yeah, long-term use.
I'm saying like 1 or 2 times, and
Won't hurt ya.
maybe it won't be right. Okay, well, that's polyurethane. That sounds like a new way to
Janky-town
go.
tries things?
That sounds like beer mug tries things.
Okay, I'm down. Let's do it.
All right. 855 Janky 69 is a number that we have called the Jank Line. That's where operators are not standing by. You call, you leave a message. Muggs, let's see what the Jankstas were calling about this time.
Let's do it.
Hey, Dave, Muggs, NorCal Trav. I just listened to you playing my songs, and Dave, I'm definitely mocking you in a little bit of a sense, but I can't mock Beer Mug because he kind of stood up for me, but, normally Beer Mug's the punching bag. I almost combined Beer Mug and punching bag just then. Anyway, I'm sober now, but when I called you the other 3 times you played, I was high as fuck. Sorry, gentlemen. I am kind of muggo.
Do you know what he's talking about? Him mocking me?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember
stood
Travis.
up for you. I stood up for him.
Yeah. But he was. He was doing a voice, I think, and mocking him because he was going to Dutch Brothers and stuff like that. But he was really high, he says, and so he is like muggos. So he was comparing himself to you being high while high.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, NorCal Trav. All right. Yeah, remember when the Quitters Never Give Up podcast, Edwin called and challenged us to cornhole?
Yeah.
And he called back.
Hey, Jankstas. This is Edwin from the Quitters Never Give Up podcast. Don't you remember we challenged you to a cornhole tournament, me and Christopher versus Dave and Beer Mug? Come on, let's do this thing. Your 100th episode is coming up. Have a big old party, a big old meetup. Let's play some cornhole. The winner gets to call themselves officially the jankiest podcast out there. That's our challenge. So get back to me.
The gauntlet has been thrown down, Muggs. I totally forgot about this, but I would challenge him. I suck at cornhole, but it's fun. I enjoy playing it. I think you're pretty good, right? And I think that was his thing was Christopher was pretty good and the other dude was not good. So what the hell are you doing, dog? So it's kind of even. Muggs, would you be down to do a little cornhole competition against the Quitters Never Get Up podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, win or lose, though, we are the jankiest podcast around. So
absolutely, I'm down. Let's do it.
We're not playing it. All right, we'll have to figure that out eventually.
Set it up.
Yes. So, Christopher, if you're or Edwin, sorry, Edwin. Yes, Edwin called. Edwin, I know if you're listening, we will be in contact eventually.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what else is calling.
Yo, Freddie Freeman just hit his 69th RBI. Nice.
Freddie Freeman. Muggs, how is Freddie Freeman doing for the Dodgers?
Great. He and Trey Turner, as we speak, have the most hits on the Dodgers with like 149 or something. Something crazy.
Damn, isn't it like 200 like a great season? If you get 200 hits?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that gets 300? No, right? That's insane, right?
No, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But Muggs, speaking of Dodgers, by the time people hear this on Wednesday, August 26th, we're going to a Dodger game.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
August 26th?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you and I will be at a Dodger game, and some Jankstas have said that we should go to a Dodger game and all hang out and just let them know where we're sitting. So I posted our seats on our Patreon page. So just go check it out. It's open to everybody. So even if you're not a Patreon member, you could go check out what we have on that site. That's open to everyone. But it also has our seat locations. I would say it here, but I don't remember it. So just go check it out.
I'll tell you.
No, it's fine. Let's have people go check it out.
It is.
Oh, where are our seats, Muggs?
Our seats, 10 reserve. Reserve section 10.
Just in what row?
I don't have. So you're going to have to go to the
Yes,
Patreon
okay,
page.
great. Yeah, go to Patreon just so you can see what exactly saying. Look, come hang out. We're just going to go watch the game. It's an early game, which I didn't realize. And
what, 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock, yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be fun. We'll be there and just hanging out. And I know, some Jankstas will be there, and we'll just hang out. It'll be fun. Hope you can make it.
Love it.
Let's see what's next.
Yo, Jankstas. It's your boy Stubbs from El Monte. Just left the Kershaw Ping Pong for Purpose. It was pretty dope. But I wanted to weigh in on a little bit of Vin Scully talk. Just, I used to drive a lot. I still drive a lot up and down California. But one of my favorite things when I was driving through, like, Bakersfield or in the middle of nowhere, Fresno, like, you can still listen to Dodger games, but I don't know what stations are on out there. But I would just kind of keep turning the dial until I heard Vin's voice, and I'd be like, oh, yeah. And it was always the best thing to do because that little network of radios, I could always hear him there, and it really was the most comforting thing ever. Anyway. But that's my Vin story. My Vin story at the stadium is just kind of like Muggo's. Whenever I would be in the elevator with him, and he'd be going to the press box, the first thing he'd do when he stepped on the elevator was say, "Hi, Marie," and he would, talk to the elevator attendant. And he knew everybody's names, the people he came in contact with. And that was always the coolest thing. I didn't work there quite as long enough for him to know who I was, and I never really came in contact with him much, but still. He's forever going to be missed. And, that's it. So I'll see you guys at the stadium when we decide to do that little meetup. Whoop, whoop. And I'll get a janky photo, but like a good janky photo. Peace, squish.
That's right. I forgot Stubbs. He works there. So Stubbs.
That's right. He saw me going onto the elevator that one time.
Yeah, and what a great Vin story. Like, isn't he just the best? But
yeah.
Stubbs, we're coming Wednesday, August 26th.
We'll see ya.
So hit us up, message us, and whatever your concession stand is, we'll go say hi.
Absolutely.
If you can. Yeah. So that'll be awesome. All right. Let's see what's next.
Dave. Eat that ass. And then maybe it'll go squish. Come on.
Nice.
That was referencing the video of Mike Catherwood talking about eating butt with us, with you and I, Muggs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from a couple of episodes ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and how I didn't want to do it back then. What a dork.
Back
all right. And one more. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Two more.
Hey, guys. It's Geometric Bananas. I'm calling because I saw the tweet, so I'm literally just calling to bug you guys. Yeah, remember that video you guys made for me? And Muggs was like, yeah, just stop calling. Suck it.
Did you tell her to stop calling?
No, I never said that.
Who did she say told her to stop calling? Hold on, let's hear it again.
Hey, guys. It's Geometric Bananas. I'm calling because I saw the tweet, so I'm literally just calling to bug you guys. Yeah, remember that video you guys made for me? And Muggs was like, yeah, just stop calling. Suck it.
Who the fuck is Mark? Who's
Hmm.
Mark?
Huh. We're going to have to get to the bottom of it.
Oh, unless she means Omar. When she just forgot his name now is Mark. It's like,
Yeah, maybe Omar is Mark to her. I don't know.
She's a Mark ass buster.
Nice.
Maybe. All right, one more.
Yo, it's your boy Rambo. Hey, long time no talk, dropping thing, whatever. Hey, yeah, dude, I moved from Colorado Springs to Aurora, Denver area. Pretty ghetto, pretty lit, way better food. Also, Dave, I think you're totally wrong when it comes to camping. And Muggs is right. You got to just accept the griminess. That's what it is. I do a lot of backpacking, like multi-day stuff where like you don't even have that option. You just got to bring like dude wipes or like butt wipes and just wipe your area. It's all good. Embrace it. And yes, you should bring, stuff to see things, mushroom stuff, paper things with stuff on it, all that good stuff. That's where it's at. That's part of camping, I think. Even my coworkers, who are very much older ladies who've lived in Colorado, it's just like a normal thing to do, just to like trip out, go camping, whatever. That's where it's at. Also, I work right next to a Dutch Bros now. I work right next to Culver's. I've never had that before. So if anybody knows what's good with Culver's, let me know. So, yeah, that's what's up. It's your boy Rambo. Peace out, guys. Miss you guys. Love you. Let's do a live stream or something soon because I can't make it to a meetup and fucking go Dodgers. Ooh! Also, shout out to Torta McNasty. That's the homie, dog. Peace.
Torta McNasty. This is Santa Monica.
Yeah, that's what. you riled up my dog, dude. Yeah. Rambo, everything you just said. No, I don't want to feel grimy. That's the point. I don't like it. Why would I want to just go accept being grimy and using dude wipes to wipe my ass and my balls and my underarms and get clean? No, I don't want to. Yeah, it's fine for a couple of hours, maybe a day, but no. And all that other stuff I could do somewhere else for fun and then go back home to a nice air-conditioned place and then just shower up. So no on the camping. Stop it. Stop trying to convince me. And I'm jealous that you do work across from the Dutch Brothers. I haven't been in like a couple of weeks, Muggs. I need to go back. Do you ever want to just go? You ever just want to go for a drive, dude, and then just
to Dutch Brothers? No,
yeah. Come on, let's go. It'll be fun. Maybe
Soup Plantation.
Oh, dude, I got it.
Is that one opened up yet?
I don't know. In San Diego. Hold on, I got an idea, Muggs. We will drive from L.A. We'll go early in the morning. We'll drive from L.A. to Palm Desert.
Mm-hmm.
Go get some Dutch Brothers, and then we'll drive from Palm Desert to San Diego and go get Soup Plantation for lunch, and then come back home.
I think I'm down. I think we have to interview. We might have to interview Doto at the Soup Plantation, though.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But then also we could just record our conversation in the car, and that's a podcast.
There it is.
Come on,
done.
That would be interesting because what are we going to talk about for 4 hours?
How excited we are.
Yeah, and then you've never had Dutch Brothers, right?
No.
And I've had Soup Plantation once, and it was okay. So I just like the bread, and it'll be fun. Oh, it'll be so much fun.
Mark it down.
We'll do it in the year 2025 for episode 500.
There you go.
Yeah. Jank Line is 855-JANKY69. Thank you to everyone who calls and keep calling. I love hearing from you. We love hearing from you. And you guys are very funny. So thank you for calling. Muggs, we did it. Episode 100 is in the can.
I love it.
Yeah.
In the toilet, really.
It's in the toilet. It's in the poopers. There
it is, Dave.
What?
You said it. It's in the poopers.
It's in the poopers. So let's just say a little prayer before we go.
Sounds good. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen. Squish.
We'll see you for episode 101, hopefully, Jankstas. See you next week.
From the 101 freeway.
Squish.
Can't get enough of this janky shit.